Hey fellow collectors, I'm showing you one reason or some reasons why you need this action figure in your life. Now, when I was a kid, I heard of Bullet Man, and I still want a Bullet Man. But when I found this on eBay for $30 and nobody actually went against me over it, I was shocked. I got a Mike Powers, the Atomic Man, for $30, and he is in pretty much perfect condition. Now, I got a cat that's trying to get on my lap right now that's going to get up here no matter what I do. It's tough to be loved. So some of the cool things, like the other night when I picked him up, I noticed that his right eye was lighting up, and I thought, oh, see, there's a thing up here, but I thought it was messed up because I was trying to look through it. I thought you could look through it like a periscope, like you had a mirror reflection in there, and it doesn't work, unfortunately, like that. I'm not even sure 100% if it does supposed to do that, but it definitely does do the whole thing that Transformers were famous for, having the light thing. Goldilocks just saw his brother Tom and went after him. Alright, so we got the scar on the left cheek here. I saw a video saying that Super Joe had a scar on his left cheek, but it was on his right cheek in the video, so I don't know if the video is inverted or what. Now, mine looks like his head's about to pop off the thing, but that could be that back in the day, vinyl heads, especially for some reason in figures, and I thought it was because maybe they used a harder plastic because they only painted the hair, they didn't actually sew the hair in, or whatever you call it, root the hair in with female figures, and I figured that's why they started shrinking their heads. But he does not look like his head is shrinking. It's level with his neck, so that's not an issue unless it was much wider before. My gosh, my cats are just demanding my attention. I can't sit down out here for 5 minutes. But he's got incredibly still good articulation, left and right, up and down. Look at that. I wish I can do that. I'm sorry, I can't sleep. I snort now. That's embarrassing. All right, so his right arm, that clear plastic, I really thought was going to be sticky by now, but it is not. Now, I have a figure from 1990s when I was in the Super Joe. Ow, ow, God, ow. Seriously, cat. Oh my gosh, sorry. Whew. He just put his claws in my back to get my attention. Good. His brother ran him off. That's a good thing. Whew, I tell you, his little claws are sharp. All right, so back to what I was trying to say before I got interrupted for the 50th time. I was in the, not Super Joe, the G.I. Joe group before, maybe it wasn't 90s, because I kind of swear, no, it was before the internet. I can kind of remember there was an all-clear figure that you got for being in the club. Yeah, because I got it out of a magazine, like, Tomart's Adventure or something like that. And that all-clear figure, just a few years later, was really sticky on most of its parts. So one of the things I thought he had a loose wrist, but actually it's not. It has this little wheel right here, so you can do this. And I think that he had like a helicopter thing that you could make him fly over his head. So that was one of his play features. I do like how, the clear parts show metal in there, like this part here, or things that are supposed to be like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. It kind of reminds me of that. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got arms that go up all the way. He's got way over 90 degrees, thanks to that deep cut right there, which looks bad whenever he's naked, but I'm sure with clothes on it'll look fine. He doesn't have any down here action, but that right there, the wrist, that's where he turns. Now I'm a little bit careful with my wrist because, see how it does that? I'm a little bit afraid that if I turn it too much, that these will rip off, because this is one of the problems I remember seeing about muscle bodies. And of course, if you have a Super Joe, your hands, if you ever go in back and like, where did I put my Super Joe? I haven't seen that thing in 30 years. Well, look for a bunch of dust with some body parts sticking out of it, because the hands turn to dust, all the joints turn to dust, and those were on a muscle body that was actually 9 inches tall. This is not the same body. This is a right before the muscle body. So I would say it came out probably in 1974. This says 1964. So this is whatever that body is. Now, I've never before recently had a body with these weird ball joints on them like this. So that's very strange to me. I'm not sure even how to play with this, to be honest with you. Like I said, I never, the muscle body that I had for my Super Joes was not on a body like that. I just realized his knee is sideways, or his leg is sideways. He moved his leg to the front. All right. So for his robot leg, it doesn't have any little spinny wheel action or anything, but you can see the mechanical parts inside, which I really like a lot. He's also got metal hinges for his body parts. And he can sit down all the way. And of course, he can put his knees together, spread them, do a full split. Now, I think there's a band going through there, so I'm being really careful because we're talking about a 50-year-old figure here at this point. He's almost as old as me. All right, and I don't do myself like that. I even hurt thinking about it. He's got mechanical parts in here that, they're just, it's not that complicated, but it's nice to have something inside the plastic. And the plastic's fairly good for the age of this figure. His knees, I'm not sure what kind of joints they used back then, but they go from 180 degrees to 90 degrees just fine. His feet have that same silver inside of them, and again, I'm not quite sure. I guess it's just silver plastic. He can go from tippy toe to foot and face. And they got really, really long feet. So if you're going to put some kin clothes on him, you won't be able to get the shoes on him, unfortunately. And not even sandals, because the sandals, he will be coming off of those things. All right, but you can see inside the clear leg where he's got some of that elastic fraying at the end of it. So, I thought I saw a deer over there. So for a figure this old, I am very pleased, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. Now, did you ever have one of these back whenever you were a kid? Or did you get one more recently? Did you get one when they were on retail, I guess I should say? Or did you get one more like later? Like the first time I ever saw one of these, it was not my childhood. I've never seen one of these that I can remember in my childhood. I was at a flea market when I was in college because I would walk to the flea market on Saturdays, and a guy had one of these. Like, is this like a bionic man or something? He's like, oh, no, his name is Mike Powers, Atomic Man. I was like, really? Is he from what movie or something? He's like, no, it's actually part of G.I. Joe. I was like, really? I was completely shocked. He was wearing like camouflage stuff and everything. Like, I don't think he was wearing his original clothes, and I just remember that the guy wanted more money than I was willing to pay for something. I didn't know anything about it at that time, but I'm sure if I knew more about him, I probably would have jumped on the deal. I guess, I don't know. I don't remember. Like, he could have said $20. He could have said $1,000. I don't remember. I think I would remember if it was $1,000. But yeah, it's so. I thought at first when I got him out of the package that he was loose, and his arm is a little loose right there. And there's no way of tightening because of the bolts right there. They're bolted and not screwed in. Now it makes me wonder, this little thing right here with the point. It's got a point back here in this thing. I'm afraid to even think about it. But does it slide out? What is the purpose of that being right there? Is it supposed to slide out to add on like kind of like Neo-Henshin cyborgs? Oh, I should have brought a Neo-Henshin cyborg out here and compared him. But this is kind of like his arms and his legs remind me of Neo-Henshin cyborgs. I wish they did make a Neo-Henshin cyborg that was all human, and then you can swap parts with them, because that's one thing you can do with some of the cyborg figures. Some of the parts of them, let me put it that way. But yeah, it's a great piece of history that I have in my collection, and I am happy to have it. Is $30 a good deal? Because I really don't know. I just know that for $30 in this condition, yeah, I definitely think it's a good deal for me personally. But you might, oh no, I get these like for $5 all the time. Okay, let me know where. I'm just curious. Hasbro Industries, 1975. So it came out in 75. And weirdly enough, Bullet Man, wasn't he the same time? Because I know Bullet Man, I know about Bullet Man, and I think he had a muzzle body. I don't think Bullet Man had this body, did he? I will find out one day, and I will end up probably making my own Bullet Man before then. That is one of the things on my thing to do. All I need is a helmet. I could probably put a Barbie swimsuit on him, a red swimsuit, like the Baywatch swimsuit. There we go. That's perfect. The one-piece red swimsuits, and get some boots for him, and chrome up those arms, and I'm good to go. Also, did Bullet Man have this face? I've seen different people, so I don't know. I really don't know. It's one of those things that came out one time, and then the second time they completely revamped him. All right, well, thanks for those who are watching me for this edition of Footlocker Friday. I just wanted to share with you some of the things I love, and then connect with other G.I. Joe collectors out there, because I know some of you guys have a lot more experience in this than me. Some of you have been around a lot longer than I have, and you may remember this. You may have had this in your childhood. The first G.I. Joe I had was when I was a baby. I had a 12-inch one. I don't remember that one, but I do remember my first Super Joe was Shield and Gore, and they were in the 9-inch collection. So I really missed this 12-inch in my memories collection. But I think that they're absolutely amazing now. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Friday.